Happy Labor Day, everyone. I'm getting ready to make a new batch of soap. I'm going to be using the hot process method today. It's one of my favorite methods of soaping. I actually enjoy it more over cold process soap making, only because I have found a technique, thanks to Birdie Jean, on how to make my hot process more fluid so I can play with colors and different textures and such. So I'm making a mermaid inspired soap this time for a customer. She asked if I could do a mermaid soap with colors and scent, and I came up with this color scheme right here. From left to right, it's going to be a pastel blue, a vibrant purple, a pastel green, a vibrant blue, and then like an aquamarine green with a little bit of vibrant green mixed together, and white. I'm also going to add pumice to this, so that way it will mimic sand. I'm going to use my own blend of fragrance oils. I didn't make the fragrance oils, but I did come up with the scent blend by myself. In my water, I have sea salt for hardness and sugar for lather. I'm also going to add the lye separately. I'm going to go outside because I like to always use lye safety precautions. Goggles, gloves, mask in a well-ventilated area. That is my sodium lactate in the white cup. I'm also going to add Tussa Silk for extra lather and luxury to this bar. I have everything set aside. As you guys know, I've mentioned in previous videos that I like to be extremely organized when I soap. It just makes everything so much easier. So over here, I have my hard oils, butters, and my liquid oils heating up on my crock pot. So I'm going to go ahead and just let these heat up and melt down, and I'm going to go ahead and pour my lye into my water, and then I'll show you each step, and I'll show you how the cook process looks as well as we go along. Alright, so my oils and butters are melted down except for that one little piece right there. So probably in about another 30 seconds. It'll be ready to go. I have my lye water solution right here. I added some TD, which is titanium dioxide, to lighten up the batter. I added sea salt for hardness, sugar for lather, Tussa Silk for lather, and it really makes for a luxury bar. Then I add sodium lactate for hardness. We're going to add this together to my oils, bring it up to trace, and I'll let you guys know how much time has passed with each step of the cooking process. Alright, here is what it looks like after the first 10 minutes. Not much has changed. Sometimes it looks like that, sometimes it'll be really bubbly on the side. If you look to the upper right hand side, you can see it kind of bubbling over itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir this down and put the timer on for another 10 minutes, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so it's been another 10 minutes, so total cook time now has been 20 minutes. And as you can see, it's bubbling up nicely on the sides. The oil's still separating from the batter a little bit, so I'm going to stir this down and incorporate it all back together, put the timer on for another 10 minutes. Alright, another 10 minutes has gone by, so it's been total cook time of 30 minutes. And as you can see, it's really starting to bubble in and turn in on itself. I'm going to go ahead and stir this. What I like to do is I like to get it out of the crock pot the minute it hits gel stage. It makes it for a more pourable soap. And since I have 5 colors I want to play around with, I want it to be as pourable as possible. So I'm probably going to stir this down, see how it looks, and then I'll judge how much time needs to be put on the timer for the next round. I also like to do a zap test to make sure that the soap is fully cooked. Even though I know what gel stage looks like, I like to be more on the safe side. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this down, and then I'll show you what it looks like prior to setting the timer. Alright, I went ahead and stirred it down. It's looking really good. I'm probably going to put the timer on for another 5 minutes, and then we'll check it. At that point, it'll be a cook time of 35 minutes total. So we're going to go ahead and put it on for 5 minutes and come back and see what that looks like. Alright, another 5 minutes has passed, so total time is 35 minutes. I went ahead and stirred it a little bit and added my titanium dioxide to the main batter. It looks really good to me. I'm going to go ahead and do the zap test to make sure that it is fully cooked, and if so, we're going to take it out of the crock pot and start coloring it. Alright, so total cook time for this to get to gel phase was 35 minutes. I just did the zap test and we are okay. So I'm going to shut my heat off. Sorry for my finger. I already took my gloves off since we're safe. I'm going to shut my heat off. I'm going to take this out of the crock pot. I'm going to add the ground pumice, and then I'm going to mix it into my 5 different containers for the 5 different colorants, and then we're going to put it in the mold. And I'll show you that as we go along. Alright, here's everything in my tall skinny mold. I went ahead and piped a wave effect on the top. Yes, you can pipe hot process, just let it cool down a little bit. Add your fragrance if you want. I added some glitter to the top. Also added glitter just to the white portion. And this was the last thing I put on. So by the time I put it into the piping bag, it was cooled down enough to go ahead and pipe. I have done it before where it was super hot, and as long as you wear like a cloth glove to protect your hand, it doesn't burn through. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the freezer to harden it up, and then we'll cut it later on this evening. Thanks for watching.